Hi Wayne, Simon here from Little Big Marketing. You reached out to me yesterday, I think it was Friday, yeah, to take a look at your SEO of your website and have a look around and see if there's anything you could do to get some new clients in the door. Basically try and put it on autopilot if possible. I imagine that's what you're kind of looking for. So just looking here, I noticed that you're currently doing Galena and surrounding areas. I apologize if I said that, mispronounced that. I'm from Australia. Bear with me. So I've just had a look at the maps to see exactly where that is. Oh, and by the way, I'm from Australia, but I live in San Diego and I help all kinds of companies, lots of roofing companies all around the States. But taking a look at Galena here, there was zero search volume, or very, very, very minor search volume for Galena, as in people aren't typing in, anything like roofing company Galena. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that and kind of what I mean. But three tips I want to share with you that will help you get, some SEO traction. And you're more than welcome to implement those yourself. But I'll share those with you, and they are content, citations, and backlinks. And just you knowing what SEO is, you may have an idea of what those are, but if not, all good. I'll explain it as we go. But so the first thing I did was take a look at roofing companies in Galena. Couldn't find anything, so I actually went over to Sunbury to see if there was any volume. You can see here, roofing Sunbury. I tried roofing companies, roofing contractors. I had a bit of a hunt around to see what I could find. I saw this guy, Newman Roofing, come up quite a few times. He's even got, a couple of spots here on the first page. So whilst he's, kind of dominating this area at the moment, his SEO isn't that great. So it wouldn't be hard to knock him over. But at the same time, we'll take a look at whether it's going to be worthwhile or not. So just so you're aware. The next search I did, I moved over to Westerville. I noticed that it's kind of a little bit south of you here, but at the same time could be a nice little area. Now, there weren't many, and Home Advisor's at the top there. I just want to point out that these guys, all of these large directories are really easy to beat because Google prefers local websites. I see roofers say all the time how hard it is to beat those guys, but that's not correct. These guys are easier than this guy to knock over. This guy just hasn't got any SEO work done. That's why these guys are beating him. But a minor amount of SEO will have you beating out Home Advisor, Triple B, Yelp, Angie's List, Thumbtack, Expedia, or whatever it is. All those different networks. There's heaps of them. They're easy to beat. So I took a look at Home Advisor's keywords, and you can see here for Westerville, 10 searches per month. 20 searches per month. That's what volume is. KD is keyword difficulty, and that basically this is a scale of 1 to 100 and tells me how difficult it's going to be to rank for these specific keywords, how much competition there is. So there's not a lot. 2 and 8, anything under 10, pretty reasonable to capture. However, as I say, there's only 30 volume. Now, what I will say, this tool I use here called Ahrefs or Ahrefs underestimates traffic often often it's 10 times more than what this tool tells me. So this could be 200 and that could be 100. But at the same point, it also can be accurate. So it's kind of you got to work out whether it's going to be worthwhile or not to go after it. So then I went to Polaris because it looked like a slightly bigger area. And we've got this ABC Roofing Ohio. So they look like a pretty big company. Now, I'm actually going to show you their website because they got a little bit of SEO done because they are ranking, in Columbus and things. But when I mention content, it's going to take you to your page here. Content, Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on your home page. That way, it knows that you're offering something to the internet. It likes to see information. It likes people to add valuable, authoritative information to the internet, and that also allows you to get in those keywords. So if you were trying to rank for Roofing Ohio or Roofing Columbus, Ohio, Westerville, Galena, wherever it may be, you can get those words into your content and basically tell Google, hey, this is what I want to rank for. It takes the guesswork out of it for Google. So, and that you really need to do that. People underestimate how much Google likes to be told like what you are and what you want to rank for. Without going sort of over the top. So that was your website there. So you haven't got a lot of content. There's certainly not 1,500, 2,000 words. That would be my start. The on-page SEO is extremely important. If I come back to say ABC here, they may not necessarily have a huge amount of content either, which is great because it tells me straight away that you'll be able to knock these guys over at some point if that's what you wanted to do. Now, so if we go back to Newman Ring, once again, I'm just going to look at their content. They've got some nice images, little team photo there. A little bit of information. They got some kind of weird things going on here. They're very basic, but at the end of the day, it's ranking. So, they haven't got a lot of content either. So they're either probably quite old sites, well-established businesses with old domains, up here. But the same point, once again, you can knock them over if you wanted to. Now, they were the two companies that I sort of wanted to show you mainly. And then I did put in, where are we? So roofing summary, roofing Columbus, Ohio. So it was the same guys down here in the organic section, Newman. And so if I actually go in to have a look at like what keywords they've got, so I plug them into Ahrefs here, and say I filter on Westerville so we can see what's there. Yeah, they've got the same as Home Advisor. You can go to Polaris, see if they've got anything, nothing there. And obviously, Galena. I'm not sure where they're exactly located. I think they're in Sunbury, but yeah, you got no keywords there. So I really think, and it could be travel for you, but SEO, this is where you're going to start the real growth of a big company, because you look here how many keywords there are. And I mean, these keyword difficulties aren't super high. I mean, 30 is pretty high, but 15's under 20, like they're doable within sort of 6 months. And like you look at where these guys are positioned. So this is their position on Google. Now, knowing that this is the only name the only keywords they're ranking for, their name, and then a couple of these in betweens, Columbus roof repair and whatever. And these are high KDs. But as we come down, there's a ton of volume here. So you could just start scooping up these keywords. It would take time. 38 is pretty high, 22, it's pretty high. So it would be a difficult game to start ranking quickly. So what I suggest is we run really good Facebook ads for roofing companies, and I would target, maybe a few of these areas around here to give you enough. You want to be targeting a couple 100,000 people at least. So you may need to go all the way from Sunbury down to maybe Flint and Westerville. I'm not sure how far you were willing to travel, but that would be my suggestion to begin with. If you just wanted to, get some leads in the door, yeah, absolutely doable. And then, you could turn around looking at sort of an upgrade on the website, getting that content on there. This is if I was to do it. I would be getting that content in there. I'd be really building out the website, and I would be adding a bunch of location pages. So I'd have a Sunbury location page. I'd have a Westerville location page, Polaris, Flint, maybe even a Polaris North, Africa, Harlem, all these different areas that you could capture. Berkshire, and that way you go straight to the top with all of those pages, and you can capture quite a large, create like a large funnel of pages ranking around there. So that's what I'd be doing. Now, I mentioned citations and backlinks, and these are some things that you can do yourself. So if we take a look at where Newman Roofing is actually sitting right now in terms of their SEO, their UR isn't super high, but it's high enough that it would take you a good chunk of time to rank for, to beat them. Probably 6 months. But as you can see, like they're pulling in a lot of traffic, and I mean, if that's not landing them 10, 20 roofs a month, like I'd be very, very surprised. And then, so it's worth it. I'm not sure without doing a huge, check into their website to see like exactly, here we go, Columbus, Delaware, Dublin. So they've obviously, it's a pretty big company, and that's why the traffic's so high. They've got a huge funnel there. So, that's something you'd have to think about. And then coming over to ABC. Wrong one. That's my website. This one. Yeah, so these guys, I mean, you almost knock them over in a week. Not quite, maybe a month, but pretty quickly, because that's, and you look, they're still getting traffic. So they'd be picking up roofs. If we have a look at where they're servicing, where are they? Might not even have service areas, so they may not even have location pages. Oh, here we go, Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus. So they're probably picking up a bit of traffic through these areas. So super tough. And then if we have a look at where your website is situated in terms of its, it's not currently being picked up because you don't have any backlinks. So backlinks. A backlink is anywhere one website refers to another. So if we look, on their page here and we see some kind of clickable link, like, it could be anything. It could be an image, could be a button, could be just highlighted text, whatever it may be. You click on it and it takes you to another website. That's a backlink. And essentially it's kind of like a popularity contest. Every website that points to your website is like an endorsement from that other website. And Google loves it, eats it up. The more links you have from relevant websites, the better. So, and we look at these guys, like 364. Takes a while to get there, but these guys have got really terrible links. They're not created equal. So they've got 364 links coming from 104 referring domains or 104 websites, other websites. And these should be well into the 30s, 40s, and 50s with that amount of domains, but they have got terrible links. I wouldn't be surprised if most of them are spam. So they'll probably get penalized for that at some point anyway. So just something to consider. Now, I know I'm giving you a ton of information here, really just looking to help you out. So the last thing, backlinks, if you can go and get backlinks from directories like HomeAdvisor, Yelp, all of those different things, you don't need to pay for them. Just get those links. Make sure you've got all your social profiles set up. I see down here you've got Facebook, obviously. Go and set up an Instagram. Put a few posts on there. A YouTube. Put this video on there. Go and set those bits and pieces up, because essentially it's like creating a larger brand presence. So there's no reason why you can't go out and set up all socials, make them look like they've been used a little bit, or you've at least attempted to use them, images, some posts, whatever. That's something that we do, and we do it very specifically, but in your case, I think you could get away with it if you went and set those up yourself. And as I say, some of those directory listings. Now that's what a citation is. A citation is just anywhere your name, business name, number, and address. So this is just Sunbury, Ohio, because it's obviously a service area business, is listed on the internet. So any of those directories, and it's got to be exact. You can't have, if he's got the LLC on here, it has to have the LLC on all of his listings. It has to have this exact number and the fact that it's Sunbury, Ohio, because that's how you rank into this map pack. The more of those citations you get that are completely 100% accurate, the more likely you'll rank into this map pack. If I look down here, you're in here somewhere already. So this is why I say, if you go and set up those, there you are, CCS. So if you went and set up those different socials and things like that, you would at least begin to rank, in and around this area in that map pack. And the map pack is one of the most effective tools for service area businesses, and brick and mortar business, any business, on the internet. So I'd be really trying to get those set up to help you rank that Google My Business, and you'll probably pick up some work from there. So as far as that goes, I'd be looking at, SEO might be something to look for if you're really, really, really looking to grow fast and large. But if you're just trying to get extra work, a good Facebook ad would absolutely kill it for you. So, mate, I hope you've learned something, and feel free to reach out. If you need any more tips, tricks, I genuinely like to just help out small businesses. So let me know, and if you wanted me to help you out with a Facebook ad or something like that, I often run free trials for people so that they can make sure that the lead quality is good, that there's consistency there, and we go from there. So Hope you've enjoyed it, mate. Hope you've learned something, as I said. And yeah, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know what else you need. Thanks, mate. Bye.